Hello, everybody. We are back on show number 15 and on digital trade show Bodega Nation number 15. We have Vita Coco. Vita Coco. Every time I mention that name, it brings me bruise, but of happiness, of knowing that small businesses still have opportunity of growth. Cada vez que menciono el nombre de Vita Coco, estamos entrando en el show número 15. Así que tenemos a Vita Coco, tenemos a Daniela Labat, que es representante de Vita Coco, y le estoy diciendo que cada vez que menciono ese nombre me da como ese escalofrío, pero de buena vibra, porque nos damos cuenta que dentro de la oscuridad siempre hay una luz, y Vita Coco fue la luz para muchos bodegueros en el tiempo de la pandemia. Así que le damos un welcoming to Daniela Labat.
Hello, hi, hola.
Hola Dani, welcome back to the show, bienvenida. Eso es tu casa, ahora digitalmente, donde tenemos muchas personas que nos está escuchando en el día de hoy, y pues siempre es un placer tenerte.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so grateful.
So now I know you have a presentation with Vita Coco. Well, could you, before the presentation, would you like to give us a little insight of what do you do exactly for Vita Coco?
Yes, of course. So I'm the senior manager of PR, experiential marketing, and partnerships. So I'm very lucky. I get to have the very fun job of meeting amazing brands and partners for us to work with to help tell stories and also create impact in our communities. And so I'll get into what we did with bodegas and with my bodega online at the in the springtime during the pandemic. And I'll also share a little bit about our company, our approach, and hopefully we can end it on a note where I'll give you guys our information from our sales team as well as my information so we can continue to chat after this.
Sure. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. So for people that just getting into the chat actually right now to our virtual trade show, Daniela has been a lifesaver to small businesses. We For the month of June, we had the opportunity to deliver bacon, egg, and cheese to our first hand, which we call them essential workers, and we were able to bring our small little portion to them, and for us it was amazing. So I'm going to let you present your slideshow as you go along. If you need any help, I'm here.
And thank you to my producer Jose Bello helping me with my slides. So let's kick it off. So the first slide I have here is, Vita Coco is independently owned, and we're actually All Market Inc. So you can slip to the next slide. Jose, si puedes, por favor. We are All Market Inc. and we represent 3 brands actually in our portfolio. It was founded by the co-founder and CEO of Vita Coco, Mike Kerbin. And so the idea is we're on a mission to harness nature's ingredients to deliver products that are better for you and better for the planet. So we have Vita Coco coconut water, which is always bottled at the source, no artificial ingredients. We have Runa, which is from the guayusa leaf from Ecuador. It's a clean energy drink. So say bye to Red Bull. You have Runa instead. And then you have Ever and Ever, which is a new version, a new option for consumers to stop consuming plastic water bottles and to use a packaging that is easier to recycle. So that's kind of us high level. But if we go to the next slide, I want to tell you a little bit more about Vita Coco. What started, our business started, we started in Brazil. Our 2 co-founders met 2 Brazilian women at the bar in New York City in the Lower East Side, went to go visit them, and they were like, what's agua de coco? And we need to bring this to people in the US. This is such a great opportunity. So it started from the groves of Brazil, ended up going to 200,000 retailers worldwide. And next slide, our mission really is to, bring the coconut, the magical goodness of coconuts to the world. So we have a lot of really interesting products that aren't just our original coconut water, but we've brought a lot of innovation to the space to help grow the category. And if you go to next slide, you'll see it doesn't just start and stop with product. We're really all about investing in both our local communities and the communities where we source from. So we have programs in the Philippines and Sri Lanka to help empower local communities from an economic development standpoint and from education as well. Because as we all know, in developing countries, really the way that communities thrive are from economic investment. It's not us handing stuff out, it's making sure there's the right tools, the right programs, so the community is truly empowered to make progress and to have growth in their home. And then the next slide is kind of the way we think about consumers. Vita Coco is all about eating a little bit better, drinking a little bit better, and living a little bit better. So it's playful and it's fun. And the next slide just kind of surmises everything for us. It's, we are the leading coconut water brand worldwide. We're championed by informed consumers, health and wellness experts, pro athletes, celebrities, and we're really known for our nutrient rich hydration and cheeky personality. But most importantly, we're known for our quality. Whenever you're drinking Vita Coco, you're never drinking coconut water that has a bunch of stuff added to it. It's straight from the source, whether that's Brazil, the Philippines, Sri Lanka. We're all about bringing you the best possible quality coconut water. And so and then I have another slide, which is our products, which I thought was just helpful to highlight for everyone here, for especially independent business owners. We are really working to expand the coconut water category. It is growing again. We're super excited. We have, of course, a lot of innovation in our flavors by adding fruit puree to give it a sweeter flavor profile. But we have Vita Coco Press, which is now bigger than Harmless Harvest business wise. And then we've also introduced new formats like our PET bottle to be easy convenience on the go for your fridge coolers. And then Vita Coco Sparkling, which is not a typical coconut water taste. It's more like a sparkling water with a boost of coconut water to get those benefits of coconut water and that like good alternative for soda. We've learned that a lot of truck drivers like our Vita Coco Sparkling, but also our healthy consumers that still buy coconut water love it too. Because again, same like our coconut water, we don't add a bunch of stuff to it. It's very clean ingredients and it's good for you and good for the planet. So that's our product. So I think, what I wanted to share with everyone today is that Vita Coco really started in New York City. It was a brand that was born in New York City. And the way it started was actually with bodegas. So the next slide, you'll actually see a picture from 2004, maybe 2005, of Mike Kerbin and Ira Liran, our two co-founders, and they would ride around the city on their bikes with their own out-of-home boards, and they would go from bodega to bodega selling in case by case to help say, like, coconut water, it's going to be the next big thing. We want you to be our partner with us. And we really wouldn't have gotten to where we are without bodegas. The next slide, you'll see a picture of Goldie, who's maybe you guys have seen him before because he's always popping in and out of bodegas, but he goes and sells Vita Coco and he works really closely with our distributor and our sales team. We have boots on the ground to make sure that we're getting what you guys need in store to help not only move the product, but educate consumers and make sure that you guys are getting what you need from us as well. And that was from 2014 when we were profiled in the New York Times. And so I think the next slide here, it's kind of bringing us into what were we going to do when the pandemic hit? For us, we were very lucky. We were seeing a lot of growth in traditional retail, grocery and big box. And we realized we have to do something, with the pandemic. What are we doing to help the community? First thing we did was we donated $1 million to Feeding America No Kid Hungry. Our biggest concern were kids and families were no longer going to get the meals that they were needing because schools were shut down and because business was stopping. We wanted to make sure that we were getting people their most basic needs right away. The second piece was, how could we just sit here and not support the bodegas after seeing shutdown after shutdown, decline in foot traffic, decline in sales? We wouldn't be here without the bodegas. So we wanted to make sure that we were doing what we could to not only support local businesses, but also raise awareness and remind people to go and support their local business. So we created this campaign, Dearest Bodega, which was a love letter to bodegas that we put all over Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Queens to help people remind, go and support your local bodega. So the next few slides, Jose, we can just run through them really fast, show different photos of the campaign that hit across the city. So, we're known for our vehicle. You can keep going down. As a brand, we have a strong vehicle for advertising and for storytelling. So this is why we felt it was important for us to get the word out there. But it didn't stop at just getting the word out there. The next piece was trying to figure out, well, how can we actually support bodegas? Like, what can we do? You know, is it enough to just send product to sell? Like, you know, what are ways that are actually interesting that would excite people and also help essential workers? So we found Jose Bello and My Bodega online, and we were able to partner with 10 plus bodegas across New York City to deliver 5,000 breakfasts to essential workers in hospitals. So we can keep going. We can see more pictures of the bodegas we worked with. This was a video. It's not going to work, but we can always post it later and we can share with you guys afterwards. But if you keep going, we're going to see some more photos from all the amazing bodegas that we teamed up with through our partnership with My Bodega Online. Shout out to Cami and her husband and Orquídea Deli, which is featured there in the middle. And you know, it was just really special to be able to give 5,000, you know, classic bacon, egg, and cheese and Vita Coco to hospital workers across the city during the height of the pandemic in New York City. So this is the next slide where you'll see some of the hospital workers, you know, receiving their breakfast sandwiches and their Vita Coco in the morning. And they were so grateful. They're like, yay, no pizza. This is so good. And to be able to just support businesses locally was just really exciting. And so I just wanted to leave at that saying, you know, it's interesting being from a brand perspective. You know, we often work with our bodega partners through our distributor, and we don't always have those firsthand relationships with all the stores, but we do really pride our business with independent store owners. And so if there's anything we ever can do to help your business, never hesitate to reach out to either myself or to Pete Sylvester. Pete Sylvester is the head of sales for the region. And, you know, we have a sales team that comes out. We can always bring you stickers. We can always bring you POS. We can always bring you a case here and there to help move product or support product. And if you ever want to support our new innovation, we're always happy to get it in your hands. So, you know, we're just really grateful that we could just do our part. And if anything, I hope that other brands can see how important it is to prioritize working with small businesses. And it's not just about, you know, selling the product and just leaving. You know, it's like, what are we going to do? What stories can we tell together? How can we help you? How can we share your GoFundMe campaigns? How can we share, you know, your stories? We really want to make sure that we can do our part in that way. So that's the Vita Coco My Bodega online partnership that we did for the pandemic. And you know, we're here, we're based in New York City, still small independent company, and our key distributor and our partner is for Vita Coco is KDP, but we also partner with Big Geyser on Ever and Ever. So if you have any questions or ideas, feel free to let me know.
Pues ahí, there we go. Here we had Daniela Labat from Vita Coco or Vita Coco, either or. I'm just going to open a little slot in Spanish, maybe a few people need. I'll translate if I have to. Gracias por acompañarnos y estar con nosotros. Si tienen preguntas, Catherine, si tienen alguna pregunta, lo puedes hacer. Daniela también habla español, pero si hay que traducir, ahí estaré.
Tenemos Marquis, Frank, Cami, los 3 de los 5 de nuestro campaña de social media.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Hola.
Yo sí quiero agradecer algo. I want to thanks because what you did and what you help us, and that was something amazing for us, for the bodegas, ese apoyo que nos han brindado y sobre todo el llevarle esos sándwiches a escoger a los trabajadores esenciales como fueron los hospitales. Fue algo muy bonito, muy bueno de su parte y se está viendo el resultado porque más bodegas estamos vendiendo el producto Vita Coco y tenemos que apoyarlo porque la acción de ustedes fue algo muy importante y muy buena para nosotros los bodegueros. Gracias, porque yo fui parte de los que llevé los sándwiches también. Siempre he sido parte de este proyecto. Thanks.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. No, yo soy muy orgulloso de poder trabajar en este proyecto porque muchas personas no saben like what point it's been so difficult to get like consumers in stores. So we're just happy that we could do our part and that people loved it.
Thank
No,
you.
eso es tremendo. You set apart. It's a big portion, ¿verdad que sí? Ha sido un apoyo grandísimo y nosotros siempre estaremos agradecidos. Bueno, eres parte de no solamente del Digital Trade Show, de Hola Bodega, de My Bodega Online y ahí está Vita Coco. Catherine, ¿alguna pregunta?
No, bueno, acá tengo mi hija ayudándome y él me escribió todo lo que pasó en inglés, que no lo cojo tan rápido, pero bueno, no, básicamente, pues obviamente todo muy agradecida, mucho agradecimiento, al igual pues que lo que han dicho, porque pues no es fácil encontrar compañías que pues presten esta ayuda y se solidaricen pues con todo lo que está pasando en ese momento, ¿no? Entonces, me parece algo muy valioso.
Un poco difícil, tiene mucha razón. Danilo, ¿alguna pregunta para Vita Coco?
Sí, buenas tardes. Danilo Burgos aquí desde Pensilvania, Filadelfia, Pensilvania. Daniel, who represents your company in the tri-state area here in the Philadelphia, Delaware, South Jersey region?
Pete Sylvester, he manages the whole Northeast, so he's the best person to contact. And if there's a better sales rep for your area, he'll be able to connect the dots there.
Cool, because maybe we can do something similar to what you have done in New York.
Yeah, that'd be so exciting. We've heard some interest from Boston and some of the bodegas in Boston who want to do a program. So, we're taking everything in case by case, and where there's opportunities to support, we're definitely doing what we can.
Thank you. Gracias.
Por supuesto.
Mira qué interesante, mira cómo podemos llevar eso hasta allá. Danilo, me alegro mucho que pudiste mencionar eso, que no solamente queda aquí, sino que eso va más allá de todo esto. Pues sabemos que el mundo digital es un poquito corto. Dani, no me canso de darte las gracias por estar aquí. Mucha gente aprecia tu presencia. Vita Coco ha hecho un trabajo enorme. A los bodegueros.
Also, thank you to Jose Bello, because without Jose, this would not have been possible. Having that connection and that network to be able to find bodegueras like you. Like, I would have never met you. And Cami, I'm so grateful. Soon after our campaign, I got sick with COVID, and she came and she took care of me. So, we're a family. We have to be here for each other and the community. And lo que podemos hacer, vamos a hacerlo. And always know that we're here for you guys.
Así es, así que gracias a cada uno, gracias a Melquis que acaba de llegar, pero Melquis, si te vas de ese show, tenemos otro show que viene ahorita, te esperamos que te conectes. Muchísimas gracias, su servidora se despide por ahora, nos vemos dentro de unos minutitos en el otro programa, y Pensilvania, en otro show te estaremos teniendo más seguido. Muchas gracias por ser parte. Thank you very much for being part of this Digital Trade Show with Vita Coco. I'll see you on the next show. So please
para
don't
la
forget
cultura,
to
mira,
subscribe.
tenemos un comment here muy interesante para preservar nuestras tradiciones y cultura.
Sí, Juan Arias. Very good, very good. So please don't forget to subscribe, and please go to www.mybodega.online to be able to be part of the show and to get a lot of good stuff from My Bodega Online. See you guys on the next show. Bye now.
Bye.
Chao, gracias.
Thank you.